Hey guys. So what's up, you guys? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. So I was just kind of wrapping up sending text messages to all of you that I talk to on the phone and stuff, and I was just thinking about how grateful I am to have such an amazing support network and how I can never, ever, ever tell you guys enough how much it helps me to be of service to you. I don't know if I would even be sober if I didn't have the opportunity to give back and to help other people, you know? Hey, Courtney. Um, Helping others helps me so much. And I was just getting, like I said, just getting done texting all the people that I kind of connect with for, sober support. And it just made me think about how grateful I am to have you guys in my life and how grateful I am to be at a point in my recovery where I don't want to get high anymore. Hey girl, I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to give away what all I've worked for, you know? Um, yeah, and it just is a good feeling to be able to be helping others instead of be taking and taking and taking from other people. Because really honestly, you guys, before I started, getting sober, that's really all I knew how to do was to suck people dry. And I was just a succubus. That's what I did, was I just sucked everybody dry for everything they had. My loved ones, my parents, my friends, That's why all my friends got rid of me, you guys, because they were like, we can't do this. We can't watch you kill yourself, you know? But I am not so far away from active addiction that I don't remember the pain. And I remember exactly how awful it was. And I remember exactly how horrible I felt when my son got taken away. And I remember exactly how horrible and degrading and awful it was to not even have enough money to buy a $30 Roxy from my dealer, you know? Um, I also remember what it felt like to shoot Roxy's and not even get high. It just made my sickness go away, and that was it. And that sucked. Tonight I talked about relapse and the signs, the warning signs that you can look out for before relapse. The things that you can start, paying attention to and being more mindful of. When you get sober, every night, I want you guys to know this, every night when I go to bed, I do a checklist. I check my motives. I look at the way I treated others. Was I selfish, self-seeking? Was I trying to hurt someone? Do I owe somebody an apology? Do I have some resentments? And if I do, I work through that shit. You know what I mean? I tell my sponsor, I tell somebody, and I work through that shit. I don't take it into the next week with me or anything, because that shit's toxic for me, you know. And that's what I do. Every single night I check my motives and make sure that what I'm doing is for the right reasons and stay focused on, you know, helping others and giving back what was given to me. Hey Shelly, what's up, girl? It's really easy, you guys, to fall back into old behavior and to let go and kind of like get chill. Oh, look at the puppy. Kind of get chill and just like let things fall to the wayside. And that's what I've done for so many years. And that's why I would relapse all the time. I'm going to tell you though, now it's different though today, you guys. It's different. This time in my recovery is different. I don't want to hang out with those same people anymore. I used to really want to keep them in my life. I don't want to put my son in danger. I don't want, do you understand what I'm saying? It's different, you guys. It's different this time for me. And I'm grateful for that because it wasn't like that for a long time. For a long time, I had to fake like I wanted to be sober because I really didn't want to be sober. I faked it because that's the only thing I knew how to do. Because if I didn't fake it, I wasn't going to make it. You know what I mean? And even doing that, even for so long, that gets old. And you just say, fuck it. I'm going to tell you guys, like, I prayed. I prayed to my higher power to relieve me of the obsession, to take the taste of drugs and alcohol out of my mouth, you guys. Oh, I know. I remember you commenting the other day, Michelle, and telling me it was you. I asked God to take that taste from me, He didn't come down and touch me and cure me, y'all. I'm not cured. But what I mean is, like, I don't have this, like, driving obsession to go out and search for dope, and I truly believe that's because I have a relationship with God. And I have support, a sober support. I have God in my life. Um, I'm practicing principles. I'm practicing steps. Like, but it's a process. Like, all you got to do is be willing, right? And you can have the same things. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you just want to be sober just a little bit, that's all you need. Just a little bit. Just like they say, a mustard seed of willingness is all you really need. And then, someone will help you and guide you. But I don't ever want you guys to think that I'm so far removed from drugs and alcohol that I couldn't go out tomorrow and get high. Because shit goes down in my life. Life gets chaotic sometimes, you guys. But I'm really working hard to process and cope with chaos, right? Like, okay, this morning, Krissy, you probably saw my video on Patreon. This morning I put up a video on Patreon, you guys, and I was so upset. And I was a mess this morning. But instead of going out and getting high, instead of acting on emotion, I sat there for a second and I talked to other people about it. I'm telling you guys, like, talking to other people about what I'm going through, it's really been beneficial for me. And if that's something that you're missing, if you're not doing that, if you don't have a connection or sober support, I want to encourage you guys to get sober support. I want to encourage you to talk to other people about what you're going through. Because it's changed my life, And I want to encourage you to build a spiritual relationship with your higher power. Your own concept of God. It doesn't have to be my God, okay? Hey, Zach. It doesn't have to be my God. Your own specific concept, your conception of God, okay? And I want you to build a spiritual relationship, a connection. I want you to wake up in the morning and say, hey, higher power, will you help me stay sober today? That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, all right? And then say, higher power, take my will in my life and please show me how to live today. Show me how to live. And then go out about your day, okay? Then at night when you go to bed, if tell him, say, thank you for helping me stay sober, higher power, okay? It's really that simple. And then you need to start working on connecting with other people in recovery. And when you feel like getting high, guess what you need to do? You've got to pick up the phone. You've got to utilize the tools, right? If you guys can have a whole toolbox. I can have a whole toolbox full of tools. But if I don't go to the toolbox and open it up and get my tools out, guess what? They're worthless. As my little boy would say, stupid and worthless. Okay? You've got to use the tools. If you don't use them, they're worthless. So don't let them sit there and get dusty. Get your toolbox out, put it right beside you, open it up, okay, and put your tools on your lap. Stop sitting by the phone and getting high. Pick up the phone and call somebody. You are not too good. You are not unique. You are not different than anybody, right? You have to utilize your tools. Hey, Krissy, you've got to pick them up and use them. Okay? You guys have heard the sayings, closed mouth don't get fed. I mean, you're not going to get help if you don't reach out. That's the thing, you guys. That is what so many addicts and alcoholics die, because of their own pride and ego keeps them from reaching out for help. Do not be a statistic. Do not die because your ego and pride tells you that you can handle it. Because, baby doll, listen to me. Don't you think if I could have handled it, I would have handled this shit a long time ago? Don't you think I would have handled it a long time ago? Don't you think I would have stopped a long time ago? You know, I would have said, oh, I'm getting too bad. I'm getting too bad. I don't want to be sucking dick for hydros. I got to get sober, right? I'm telling you guys, like, that's what happens to us, is we are like, oh, it's getting tired, aren't you, Zach? Zach, that's what was going to happen, though, baby. You're going to get tired of that. It's like back and forth, and it makes you just miserable, right? But I'm telling you, Zach, you've got to start utilizing, because I know I know you've got the tools. You've got to pick up the phone, babe. You've got to pick up the phone. You've got to reach out. You know, that thought that comes into your mind that I need to get an oxy, that's the devil. That is a lie. Addiction will tell you that you can control it. Addiction's going to tell you, Zach, that, oh, I can just have one oxy and everything will be just fine. And then 5 oxys later, you won't be fine. You know, that's what addicts and alcoholics do. We have this delusion in our minds that one day we'll be able to control our drinking and using, and use and drink like normal people, right? But see, the thing about it is, we're not normal. We have addicted brains. We have the disease of addiction. So, as long as we don't feed our addiction with drugs and alcohol, and we feed our recovery with recovery content, sober support, reaching out, prayer and meditation, I'm telling you right now, Zach, you've got to change everything. Whoever you're getting oxys from, they need to be out of your life. You need to get rid of your phone number. You need to block their number. You need to change your phone number. Better yet, smash the phone. Get rid of the phone. Because here's the thing. As long as you've got that connection, it's going to be hard to not go to it. Okay? You've got to start out. Baby, this is what I did. I went and got on Suboxone, and then I put a sign on my front door that said, don't come in here. I don't want people. I'm not doing drugs. I'm staying sober. Get up off my front porch and do not come over here, right? So I put that little thingy up. It is part of the problem. Yes, good job. You're recognizing it and you're being honest. And that's what we have to do, you guys. We have to recognize the problem and be honest. Okay? And so, who needs a phone? You don't really need it. Take it back old school. Back to the basics. Get yourself a job, a little job, go to therapy, go to your meetings, go to your Suboxone clinic, doctor, and then come home. And just keep it super simple. I know you know this, Zach. I know you hear this stuff. I'm telling you, though, that's what you got to do. You got to keep it simple. I had to do the same things. I would get so overwhelmed. I would have so much on my plate. And so I wanted so badly, you guys, to jump back into a 40-hour-a-week job and all these things. I'm telling you, I took it simple and slow. I got a little job working at a restaurant. This is 3 years ago now. And I know, right? But you know what? You could be spending time with your family. You could be going and hanging out with recovery friends that are in recovery. Zach, you have to find your purpose, babe. You know, I've been there. We've all been there. You know, and you're young. You're young. You can do this. Yes, you can do this. You don't want to be 37 years old and just getting your life because it's not cool when you're old and you're shooting dope with everybody, you know? It's fucking embarrassing, man. You know what else is embarrassing? Seeing all my friends who went to college, built houses, got married, had kids, and did all these things, right? And I'm over here, you know, just now at 37, getting my life together, you know? But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I'm proud that I'm doing it now. But what I'm saying is, in hindsight, looking back on my life, I see all the mistakes I made, you know? I see where I went wrong. And now I wish that wiser, sober Nicole could have talked to young, want to be cool, party Nicole. Because that's all it was me wanting to be seeking validation, fit in, wanting to hang out, you know? And then I became addicted. Then I became dependent. Then I started really loving it, you know? And that's what happens, you guys. Where all of our circumstances are so different, but I'm telling you, like, our stories are the same, you know? But I can look back on all that time wasted and I can share that with you guys now. I can share those experiences with you guys and I can say, you know what? It's not all in vain. Like, I can share my experiences, hey, Rep, with you guys, and hopefully I can help you guys, right? And we can help each other. And that's what this whole thing is all about. And that's where I get a lot of like fulfillment, is being able to, hey, like, at least I can use those experiences that I fucked up my life, right? And I can share with other people and help, right? And so that way it wasn't for nothing. So, and you guys can do that too. You guys can do that too. That's the whole beauty of this thing, is that, you know, our lives, fuck ups that we made, we can use those to help teach other people that, hey, you don't got to do this. So if you're struggling, you guys, you're like back and forth doing the relapse dance, I want you to make a choice. I want you to stand up and I want you to look yourself in the mirror and I want you to make a choice tonight, you know? Say, this is it. This is it. Put my foot down tonight. I'm going to get help in the morning and I'm going to get my life together. I don't want to die. You know, for me, you guys, and I know it's really hard to do that because I wish I could have done it like that, but that's why I hope that you can. I had to have my son taken from me for me to snap out of it. You know, that's what motivated me, was having my son taken from me. I don't want you to have to go through that, you know? So if you can pull yourself up and get motivated so you don't have to don't go to prison, you know, get your son or your kids taken away, lose your jobs, wreck your cars, get DWIs. If I can prevent you guys from doing that by telling you guys about what I did, then that's what I'm trying to do, you know? But I do know, I just want you guys to know that, like, I'm here whenever you're ready. Anybody can email me and I will give you my number. And you can call me and we can talk and I can help you figure out a plan. Okay? Because that's one thing that I've learned in recovery is get a plan. Get a plan and follow through with it. Planning, it may seem so fucking lame, but it helps you guys. Good, Rep. I'm proud of you. Good. It just gets to a point where you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's what they say, you know, that's what they say. It's the truth, though. It's the truth. You guys are not alone, okay? Believe that. Believe that, okay? And you can help other people, Zach. But first, we got to get you on top of the world, right? And that's what you guys got to do. Like, you get yourself, you get motivated, and you start knocking back recovery, okay? I'm talking you go hard for recovery like you did in the streets for dope. That's, you guys might, people think I'm nuts, okay? I'm on here talking about recovery. I make videos, God, every day, maybe 3 times a day. Because that's how I was in my addiction. I was a fiend on some dope. So now that I'm sober, I'm a fiend on that recovery. And I can't let up, because the minute I let up, I'm telling you guys, that's just how I am. I'm so, when I was in them streets and I was getting high, I was sad. Sad. That's what I was. Sad. So that's why I'm so bam, bam, bam with recovery, because I gotta be like that. Because if I'm not, then I start slipping. And I've learned that about myself. That's why I'm so hard on myself, and I'm very hard with other people, because I want you guys to get it too. And I don't want you to be like I was, right? And all I can do is keep nudging you until you get tired of it. Until you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Right? And it comes, and that's the thing. I am very patient, you guys, because it happens at different times for everyone, right? But if you come in here and you tell me you're struggling, I'm going to be rooting for you to get motivated to come over to the other side, right? Hey, Nicole, what's up, girl? I want you guys to come over to the recovery side, and I want you to be happy, joyous, and free. And I don't want you to have to live your life in that sickness anymore, you know, because it's no way to live, and you deserve better. You deserve better. And that's the thing. When you start loving yourself again, and you start getting your confidence back, and you start like doing things that are healthy, and being a part of like a good solid support group, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna change your life. You're gonna be like, Nicole was right. Like, first, y'all don't understand. Like, I used to love to dance when I was younger. I danced all the time. And now that my little boy's 4, he loves to dance too. And so we've been dancing. And it's like, I love dancing with my son. And I couldn't dance with him before because I was fucked up. I couldn't do any of that stuff with my son. And now I can, because I'm not fucked up. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just so important to me. And I don't ever want to lose the relationship that I have with my son. And I'm working so hard to teach him about recovery, and to teach him at 4 years old. Because he knows, you guys, he knows that I'm in recovery. He knows that I do meetings. He knows that I have to stay sober. And he knows that addiction is a disease, and that mommy, if she does drugs, she'll die. You know, and he's just such a helpful little guy. Y'all, he helps me so much. He has saved my life, you guys. If my son hadn't been born, I don't even know where I would be. Right. And that's the thing, like, do not let your pride block you off from getting the help that you need. I'm telling you guys, it's hard. It's hard. It's going to be uncomfortable, right? It's going to be a little embarrassing. Shoot, you might be ashamed. Fuck that bullshit. I mean, think about what you're doing in active addiction, right? Exactly, Zach. That's what I keep trying to tell everybody, is that y'all might not realize it, but like, I get so much joy out of being of service to you guys, that it's like I'm giving to you, and in return I get back, because that, you guys, I'm useful. I'm able to be useful to others. Like, I just got off the phone, texting my girls, checking on everybody, giving everybody, hey, 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 yo, 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 calling you tomorrow, doing this with you. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful. That's all. That's the only way I can explain it. It's wonderful. And then I get to be with my husband, and I get to take care of my son. And like I said, you guys, when I was in active addiction, I couldn't do that. When I was in active addiction, my son was not on my radar because I was high on drugs. And I'm not proud of that, right? I'm not proud of that. But that's what happened. And so I got to be honest with you guys. Like, it was a very, very horrible time in my life. The worst. You know, out of all the years in my addiction, the year after I had my son was the worst. Yes, he does. So, anyway, I love you guys. I just wanted to pop on here and just let you guys know that I'm grateful for y'all and that, you know what, you're not alone. Do not get discouraged. It doesn't matter how many times you come back. Just do not stay out in your addiction because that's what happens. The longer you stay out, the harder it is to come back, right? You gotta come back, you guys. Like, it's so hard. I know for me, I relapsed and I stayed out for 3 years. And that, after that 3 years, or maybe it was longer, 4 years of staying out of the program, out in the streets, just out. It was so hard for me to come back and be like, I need help, you know, because I had gotten used to them streets. I had gotten used to that chaos. So if you're struggling and you just fell back off and you're just dabbling, you're sticking your toes in the water, man, I'm telling you, jump up out of that water, dry off, and come back over here to dry land. Come back over here. Jump on this life jacket over here. Jump on this preserver. I got you. I'll float you over, okay? And I'll carry you until you can get on the dry land. Because that's the thing. Do not get stuck out there. That's what happens. You get stuck out there and then you die. So, I love you guys. I know I'm heavy and I know I come with a really intense topics, but I'm just trying to help y'all and it's just the truth. So, stop being out there in the deep end. Come over here and get on this life preserver and let's float on into recovery. I don't comment very often, but I watch your videos and I can personally say you've helped me. Oh, Nicole, that is so awesome, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for commenting, and don't be ashamed to comment. Come back around and hang out with us. I'm going to go live Friday night at 7:30 for the MAT support group. So if you guys are going to be here for that, I really hope you can come and just be with us. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff, anything medically assisted treatment related. And then tomorrow I'll probably come on and, no, tomorrow I'm going to throw you guys up a prison story time because I know you guys have been asking about the prison story times. But don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed to comment. You know, I love knowing you guys are there. That's like everything. I love it, you know. So, and if you are just don't like talking, you can email me and I will get back to you, won't I, Zach? Tell him, Zach. I just emailed Zach back right. So I love you guys, and connecting with you guys means so much to me. So just, you know, if you're embarrassed or you don't feel comfortable commenting, like I said, just email me and I will get right back to you. Okay? Well, oh, Daddy's home. So I love you guys. I'm going to go see how Neil's doing. And I will see you guys tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Okay, yeah. I'll see y'all tomorrow.